for more video.
Welcome everyone to our first look at Norlands. I've played the game actually a little bit on the stream, so I'll be getting into a brand new series here. We're going to be doing the Two Brothers playthrough, so this should be a fun one. We got Ramble and we got Bumble, just because they're awesome. The King, Ramble, the slightly older of the two, and they have no other family, no other siblings or links, so we'll see what they can come up with. They are Caden. So being former barbarians who lived in the borders of the Crimson Empire, which used them as guards, used them to guard its borders, the Caden value honor and martial valor above all. Their songs extol bravery and heroism, while their material culture is notably austere and aesthetic. They have value strength. They are xenophobic to the Varn, so no fun with the peace-loving Varn. Production bonuses are in weapons and armor forges and the archery workshop, and then they have knowledge in the military. The Ramble starts focused in on persuasion with 9 in persuasion, a little bit of manners and trade, and 10 in management. He's got 7 in combat. So he's not great at combat. His character traits are calm and homely. So they're not particularly attractive brothers, but one's calm and one's reckless. We've got a bit of yin and yang here, these two. Bumble, on the other hand, is our combat and command specialist. He's got some decent persuasion and manners, 0 trade skill, and basically 0 everything else. So we're definitely going to have to find them some complementary ladies, because they're going to be missing more than a few things, like all the intellect and all the teaching and all that jazz. And trade, for that matter. So Ramble and Bumble, the Cadens, they each have a talent point. Ramble's is in persuasion, and Bumble's is in the more direct type of combat, which is combat. He gets Head Chopper at 15, so that's... during combat, this character has a much higher chance of decapitating opponents. And Ramble's persuasion, which is for, like, effectively influencing characters and so on, dark deeds, bribery, and other intrigues, if we get into that. But as diplomat, when he hits 15, that star will give him the ability to convince any enemy king to forget all grievances and return to normal level of relations, probably for a price. I haven't seen it in action yet, yeah, we've got, oh wait a second, what was that? It also affects the effectiveness of sermons. Oh, excellent. So I'm fairly new to the game, but we'll see what we can come up with here for a story generation. I think we'll start in Sparksville. We'll definitely change a few things up here. Fairly straightforward. Let's adjust the sigil to the lion. Yes, whatever this is, the lion sounds good. And we'll leave it black, and we'll go with the pattern. I like this one, and no, white on the inside, black on the outside. I like it. So we will go, let's go ahead and change the name. Themis Aris. That's our clan, and they're Caden. They're independent, so all the others are independents at the beginning. You can mess around with these, which is interesting. The symbols are randomly generated. The names and the races that are the cultures of the area stay the same, but the actual people in them are randomized, and the faction flags are each randomized, and how they're interacting is pretty random here. I like it. We have 3. This is the basically low, medium, or high amounts of these things. So we get low iron, but high wood, medium in the flowers, the herb, and fertility for the lands. So we're going to switch this to iron and wood, or iron and iron. Let's go iron and iron. Let's go double iron. We can get into some serious iron working here. There is going to be no horde here. I'm not that particularly skilled. We'll switch this to normal mode, and let's see. We have a few options here. I'm going to leave the prophecies off for a more balanced playthrough in our first one. We're going to add longevity and fast metabolism. My hope on this is that longevity will get them to live a little bit longer, but the fast metabolism turns it from 2 in-game days to it makes 1 year. It turns it down to 1 in-game day produces a year. So at the age of 30 right now, in 20 years, they'll all be gray-haired and old. So by standard levels. So this should hopefully, it says it also affects the acquisition of experience and some other aspects. My hope is that this fast metabolism modifier just picks up the pace of the game, so we see more generational things happening. So what else is there? We could do, there's some options up here. I was thinking of doing prisoner. On the other hand, there's also the Hammer's Way. Renowned craftsmen and poor merchants, which makes perfect sense for them. You start with books about blacksmithing and weapons, but you have significantly less money. No, you know what? I think we'll stick with prisoner. It's kind of the default one. I guess there's no scenario. We'll stick with prisoner. We've got a very brash Bumble who's well, it's in the name, and his very calm brother. So, you know, clearly Bumble managed to get himself in over his head and got himself, I don't know if he was in some sort of poor decisions, life decisions, partied a little too hard, maybe got himself kidnapped or something. So that's where we're going to start the game.
Nearly 200 years have passed since the end of the devastating religious war. The empire fell, and its former provinces eventually became barbarian kingdoms. The church managed to revive hope, and peace and prosperity reigned over the ruins of the former civilization. Over time, the influence of the church only grew. But history is cyclical, and power cannot remain in one's hands for long. Wars between kingdoms flare up one after another. Hunger and poverty force people to abandon their homes and seek refuge in neighboring settlements. Can your dynasty unite the kingdoms and halt the advance of the Dark Ages? From this moment on, history is written by you.
Well, history's probably in some trouble because Ramble and Bumble are gonna have a good time of it. So we're gonna be trying to start out with our focus on getting our younger, slightly brash, brave brother back from captivity. While we also try to set up a bit of basics. It may be best to just simply start by rushing off and getting our brother back. So let's have a look. Bumble from Themis Eris has been captured by the forest bandits. Oh no. All right. Norland. The year is 2898 since the creation of the world. 200 years have passed since the great Crimson Empire perished in flames of the religious war. Its former provinces have become the barbaric kingdoms, kept from mutual destruction only by the all-powerful Church of Mother Sophia. While the holy prophets speak of an impending end to the world in a small kingdom, a dream of a new birth, of a new empire, is taking shape. All right, here we have Ramble and friends. Well, Ramble and seven friends, 7 peasants. We also have 5 warriors in this start. So we have some issues with their stuff. I think what we're going to do immediately is let time progress so they can walk off and do their thing. Ramble's going to go pick up his gear. The warriors are going to stand around, and the peasants are going to get to work. Ramble's also going to yell at people about doing this stuff. Oh, what is this? What is this, lords? Oh, it's a sideways turned lords. Hey, we got 4 of them. Hey, look at that. We got 4 lords' houses. I played last time, and there was not such a thing. World maps out here. We've got Bumble over here. He's suffering in captivity from being subject to torture. Oh, no. Does he have any, like, really bad effects from this? No personality wreckage yet. Reckless, Homely, Air, and Caden. Not yet. We'll see what happens if we can get him freed up. Let's look around. We've got to the east, we've got Dust Southeast, we've got the Macaw people of Dust Valley, and then next to them is Wind Peak, also Macaw. The Varn are our sworn enemies, or the ones we hated cultures. This is Varn up here as well in Stardale. So Moon Lake and Stardale are Varn. We have some Taneas in Enchantment and Great Mist, and then a Caden brother off in Treewood. Okay. All right. I'm not in a rush to go aggressive or anything, so we'll see what happens here. We can move our structures around. We select them and we can see all the people in there. Each of these people actually have character traits and combat abilities and current moods and their money in their pockets and, you know, their piety, their sleep, their food, their rest, all those things. Lords have a few extras. Ramble, as an adult lord, has 5 categories that make up his mood: sleep, mood, rest, sex, and piety. So all of those need to be taken care of in frequent order in order to keep everybody happy. Ramble is currently managing here by default. Right, he's got 10 in management. I forgot I said that. And we can shuffle some things around. So I'm thinking we'll probably move this beauty over a little bit. Not yet. If this thing gets moved, where would we put it? Let's put it like over here, maybe. Yeah, so I'm going to move this. I'm going to shuffle this around a little bit. We got a lot of work that's going to happen here, so we can relocate things frequently. No problem. Then this is the food market. That's where they go and buy their daily food. We can also get them buying some, let's see, under services. We can let them go to the tavern. Place that right down in here. I like that. I don't actually like that. That's a little awkward. Instead, let's move that back over here. Center it down here. Sure. And then we'll put in tavern right nice and tight with that one. Good, I like that. That's better. The Lord's houses. Let's put the Lord's houses up in behind the keep here. There and one there. And then move another one. Let's make a little bit of a path down between them. I think that's about right. We're gonna make some roads and stuff. We don't have an infinite cash. We got 2,500, so it's not spectacular amounts of money, but yeah, we could do like this for a path, and then we could make one kind of like this. I like that idea. And then we leave a little gap and go up this way. Sure. See how well that does. And then let's see about moving this. I like the symmetry. This is nice. Right there looks good. And this is another residence house. I think it's Q and E. Yeah, Q and E to rotate them. That's cool that it showcases one that's been rotated. I like that. I am gonna leave them vertical that way though. And the peasants, probably we can move them. Okay. Instead, let's have this happen. Hey, didn't mean to move that over there. Let's let this happen differently. Let's have yeah, I'm not sure. Let's leave it as is. I like it where it is. So we're gonna build another one of these housing for sure, because we have oh no, we only have 7 people. We need another housing for the military. No, that's under army. You need a barracks. Okay. Where are we going to put the barracks? Put it up in here by the Lord's house for now. By this Lord's house? Sure. Right there looks nice. I like it. Okay. We won't need any patrols at this point. We can make a brewery. We can also... we can make hops fields to begin with. Nice. Lumber mill would be a good choice. Let's plop one right in behind these guys for now. Nice and noisy. Ooh, that took out more trees than I was hoping it would. And then let's go over this way as well. There we go. 2 of those sounds good. There's a mine right here. Let's look around at what else we can see. We can have... oh, there's some herbs up this way. More fields way to the north. That's a little bit out of the way, isn't it? Jeepers, more fields over this way. Okay, it's a big map, but little more distant for those fields than I was hoping. We do have more fields just above the town here, so that's probably where we'll start most of our stuff. Oh, and there's another one right down here. And another one further south. Okay. I think we only had 1 mining location. Oh, more herbs even, or more plants even over on that side for more farm fields. All right, they're just way stretched out. So the herbs up north. All right. So this was an accident to move this thing, so let's move that back. Did not mean to place that there, thank you. All right, so what else do we need to do? we can, our housing, lord's houses and dormitories. More dormitories will be needed like soon, but not quite yet. But I'm going to say we'll place one right in, you know what? Right in here is going to be fine. Let's put it right here. And then this can get closer. This can get nice and snuggled in right there. One step off. There we go. And I'm going to pause this one with the Z's. There you go. Barracks we can do, but let's not do that first. Let's do the lumber yards first. Get those done today. That would be great. Get some lumber production in. As well, we have a brewery. We're not going to start that yet. We start with 100 rutabaga, 200 flour, 100 beer, 5 medical salves, 450 wood, 20 iron, 3 bows, nice, 5 pieces of paper, 5 maces, and 2 heavy armor. Okay. If we were going to put in some fields for food, we could put them in basically anywhere, I suppose, but let's put in some rutabaga fields, let's say off this way. I don't need them on the nice growing. This is 100%. It's much more efficient, but I want our hops fields to probably take care of that. We could actually maybe manipulate this to have like 4 of them in here. Maybe. They're probably not very effective. How about we go there, and then this one can be like here. 70, 78, and 65. Or we could do 2 fields. That's a 97 there, and we could do another one. Ooh, that'd be hard to do. 97 and 81? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like maybe more would be better, but let's go with a hops field right there. That's probably okay. And then the other one would be like a 65 and 73 might not be bad. No, it'd be 65 and 57. Yeah. Not convinced. Let's try that again. Hops field. You know what? No, I am convinced. I want high productivity early or not? This is 62. If I go there, it's 52. Then down here is 65. But I'm not sure what's better here. You know what? I'm going to say we're going to go with the 90, the 81. Let's go with the 81 right here, like we were going to. And then this down here can be, oh, hey, I can put, oh, man. I didn't realize I can get it that close. Okay, 100 there. That works. That's better than I thought it would be. And then another hops field real close. Oh, 94. Oh, good. Okay. That works. 2 of those would be great. Now I'm going to shut one of these off. They're 80 wood apiece, so they're not top priority. We should get rutabagas going for food early. Now everybody uses up 1 food. They have to consume 1 food, and there's 200 flowers. So these can actually all pause for now, I think. Yeah, let's pause all those and take care of this stuff first. And there's one other service building I want to add is an altar. I think we'll put the altar for now somewhere down here. Actually, it can go like right here. Yeah, that's fine right there. Okay, so that's the first day's worth of activities. Let's wait for Rumble to do his thing. There he goes. I love that talk. It's a good rutabaga. Okay, so he is currently, if you don't know, he's not just rambling for the sake of rambling, although he's good at it, as you might imagine. He's also telling these guys what to do. So he's giving orders to the people. There we go. He gained some XP, and it's a skill gained in management. So you can see their skill level here. Right now, he has 10 experience required to get to the next level. So he's level 10. He's going to get to level 11. So you need 11 experience points earned. He gained 1. You see the little gray, if you can see that. It might be a little hard to see on the image, but it's a little bar of gray. So this bar will fill up as he gains XP in that, and then he'll get to the next level. Ooh, Defender of Order. Dislikes kings who tolerate forest bandit camps in their provinces and those who interact with them. Appreciates those who destroy bandit camps. All right. So I think that is because of the prisoner thing. So he's got a bone to pick with those guys. So about those prisoner things, let's look at his gear. Oh, he hasn't picked up his gear yet. Let's wait till he gets equipped. We can speed up with 1, 2, and 3. There we go. He's got a mace and he's got his heavy armor. So provides average of plus 50% chance of survival for a warrior in battle. Like any armor, particularly effective against spears, less effective against maces, destroyed well by axes. So it's weak to axes. Production requirements and so on. The mace, a simple and sturdy weapon, 2 times as effective as the dagger, but 30% weaker than spears. It is, however, tougher. Also capable of additionally of dazing the opponents. Use this weapon if you want to capture more prisoners. There we go. So he picked up one of the maces. Now we're gonna go form an army, and we're gonna go deal with these terrors in the forest. He has 2 for command and 7 for combat. So not great. We're gonna grab all of the 5 warriors that we started with. And thankfully, they're not instant new recruit peasants that are going to get themselves beat senseless. So we'll bring all the weapons and armor they can. I guess one of them will get armored because we already have armor. This is our brother's armor, I suppose. Bring in a little extra weapons. Let's call them to arms. So this is our brother down here where he's at. There are 6 bandits listed here. Spearmen, no armor, 3 to 5, levels 3 to 5. There are 6 of them. So the top is the level of the combat level. You see what they're wearing, and then the number of that type. So there's 6 of them. Loot's $150 plus some prisoners, and there's a hostage named Bumble right there. So we can assign. Actually, we have to wait until the army is grouped up. So let's go back to Ramble here. I'm gonna try to be as helpful with and informative as I can. Getting started here. We got 2 set up with archers. What are you grabbing? 3 archers. One guy. Oh, the guy that's got armor on is also carrying a bow, which is a little disappointing. All right, warriors are ready. Let's right-click on these to remove them. What does this say? When an unhappy peasant leaves the city, they may simply find another kingdom, or they might join local forest bandits who live in a camp nearby. When a bandit camp reaches a certain size, it appears on the map. Forest bandits will raid your villages and neighboring villages. When their numbers grow large enough, they may attack and plunder your main settlement. There are opportunities for advantageous interaction with the camp, but this may not sit well with your neighbors. So we could, in some cases, we could ransom, in this case, or we could bribe them. Attacks on your settlement will be cancelled. For the next 7 days, the growth of bandit camp will cease. Oh. Interesting. But we're going to totally attack it, and then we have to choose where our army is. It's on the local map, and the squad of Ramble is the one, and it says our chances are 56%. Ooh, joy. Anyways, hopefully we do better than that. So you'll watch them. They actually have to... We'll go up to a fast speed here. They actually have to run all the way across the map. Doodly-doodly-doo. And then they have to get to the edge of the map, and then they can transfer over. Our builder's here, in the meanwhile. There we go. We just finished up the lumberyard. We're going to go ahead and put Ramble on there as the job, although he's not going to get back here to give them orders, probably at all today. He'll probably be busy with the fight. So a couple of guys go over, and they start the build process, and one of the guys comes over and delivers the goods. In this case, it's 15 wood needed. And they bang it out there. Lovely. Get that working. Excellent. So now this place has, we can't even point anybody because he's not in the field. He's not on the map, on the local map. So this holds 1 worker, and production bonuses will be listed here according to who's working it when they get there. We can upgrade the building and so on. We could send them back with anything they've produced midday, but we probably won't be doing any of that. Not sure I like that barracks being there. In fact, I know I don't like that barracks being there. Sorry, one moment. Pardon me. Excuse me. I'm going to probably place that down south here. That sounds good. We'll plop that right below the altar. Oop, right there. Lovely. All right, and tab to go back out to the map. There's our fellow. There's Mr. Ramble going to save his little brother. The mood of the army is not great. Our equipment value shows all of the value of the objects that our armies are carrying. Insufficient workers, yeah, we know. Buildings needing management. Yep, we also know that too. There's the battle. Let's get to it. So we are on the left, they are on the right. That'll be the case on the map as well. I love how it says on legs. None of the characters in this game have legs. Or they're not visible anyways. Alright, here's the mighty force of Ramble to go save his brother. Off to the east here we have this crew. We've got a few commands we can do. We don't see... Yes, those guys are not... Oh, targeting archers. Protect... Oh, this is new. Targeting archers. This game is being updated so fast. We're going to go with protect the archers. We're going to move out here. And our archers will hopefully get some shots off at theirs. There we go. Get some shots in, boys. Oh yeah, good damage being done. Excellent. Aha! Oh, slow it down. It's more fun that way. Get him. Ooh. Oh, man. Oh, that's horrible. I don't know who's who here. These 1, 2, and 3. Oh, we've lost one of our units. Oh, I think he's dead. All right, get him, boys. Oh, nice shot. Nice shot, man. Shoot him. Shoot him. Yes. Oh, one of our boys is back up. All right, I think that was our guys trying to escape. Yeah, 2 of our guys escaped. Oh no, did they actually leave? I hope not. They had taken their equipment with them. We captured 3. 1 of theirs escaped. 2 of theirs died. All right, bandit camp is destroyed. Our first vengeance upon the evil bandits. Relations with the neighbors gone up by 5. Attitude to the matriarch, that is the Church of Mother Sophia. That's up here. Matriarch relations, up by 12, and we got 3 prisoners and 150 loot. Excellent. The hostage Bumble has been freed and will return to the city. Nice. Did he get any permanent issues or debuffs or anything from that? Anxious. Yep. Experienced a home invasion or captivity. He always wakes up during a home invasion. Well, I mean, it's better than staying asleep when somebody's coming in to stab you in your bed, I suppose. So now, we got the tavern up. Let's have a look at the finances and how this works. So, availability of goods. There's all the residents have access to food and alcohol. They need one food and 1 alcohol per day if they can get it. Their wages are on the right. Prisoners, what the prisoners get access to is on the right here. So we don't pay them anything for it, or we don't get paid anything for it. We don't pay them, but we do feed them with rutabaga. Is the plan. I'm going to up our incomes here. 6 for peasants, 7 for warriors. That sounds fine to me. Rutabaga and moonshine are 3 apiece. So if they're buying rutabaga and they buy moonshine, they can do that with their income without spending any money out of hand. But if they want to buy flour, it would be 4, and beer is 5. So that's the prices right now. I'll leave it like that for now. It seems reasonable. Every day at 6 p.m., all our crew runs over here and gets paid. We have probably some unemployed people standing around, I imagine. Yeah, probably. So they all run over there and get paid when 6 p.m. hits. And then they go and, for the next little while, they go and have a bite to eat at the tavern and go to the inn and maybe go hang out at the shrine or something like that. Hey, Ramble and Bumble are both back. Excellent. All right, Ramble, get to work. You got some management jobs to do. You can go ahead and give that. Bumble is terrible at it. Workers not received instructions. Okay, so it's 6 p.m. I thought so. So we weren't going to get... Oh, 6 migrants have arrived. Whoa, that was fast. Let's make the priority to get that dormitory up, because that's important. And then we're also going to tell them to upgrade both of these lumber yards when the next day arrives. And I am going to overuse the build first options, because I'd like to get that in before the barracks. So we're going to keep speed going up at 3. Here's our new friends arriving. The first day, you always get, the end of the first day, you always get the trader. We'll talk about him first, and then you get one other lord. So let's talk about the trader here. He is level 10 trade. All right. Well, Ramble's terribly low comparatively. This is our cash on the left, our trade skill and who's doing the trading, their trade skill and their cash. Now, it says down here, 25% in favor of the trader due to the difference in trade. So this guy's getting, we pay more. So this says $5. And if we did 10 of them, it's $54. So we lose a bit of extra cash to him because he's better at negotiating than our trader is. What do we want? Well, there's a couple things to deal with. The 3 tabs along here, there's the prisoners. And we want to sell all of these prisoners off, I think, immediately. No reason to keep them. I don't really care to buy any prisoners at this stage. I don't even have the capacity to deal with them. So let's talk to the next category, which is books. These are the books we have on the left. We've got the book for the mine. That's nice. And we've got the Keeping Prisoners book, as well as rye fields and hop fields. So rye fields and mill, hop fields and beer. We want to train that rye fields skill so we can get some bread making going. On the right, they're going to bring us various different things that are that we can buy from them and then learn the books. So knowledge in this game, if we wanted to build a mine, we have to read one of our lords at least has to have read this book or have that knowledge personally, not just have the book. We have to get the book, put it in the library, and read the book. And then if we lose, if all the lords that have read that book die, then we don't have, or for whatever reason, die, if we don't have access to what this book gives you anymore. So it's not permanent knowledge, you got to maintain it. The green ones are more valuable than the brown, and there's a purpley color that's even more valuable. We got peasant houses, so we can increase their living conditions. Scaffold is for justice, basically, to punish ne'er-do-wells. The temple is a must-have early on, I think. We'll see. Herbalist. Yeah, I mean, all of these are quite good. I don't think we'll do peasant house yet. Scaffolding would be good to keep the peace. I'd like to do herbalist, but that might be a little premature. I'm not sure. The K on the corner here is that these are written in Caden. So anything that doesn't have a letter on it is universal. Anyone of any language can read it. It's the imperial language. And if it's got a K on it, only those who are of Caden culture can read that. So if this other gal that's here and we hired her, she wouldn't be able to read it if she doesn't speak Caden. Loyalist basics. The likelihood of loyalists appearing in the city is doubled. Not going to mess with that yet. Command experience, 25. They read this and they'll gain 25 command experience. Very nice. Intellect needs to be 9 before they can read it, however. Or level 9 is recommended, I suppose. Caden Army. The fear of death thought experienced by peasants hired into the army is half as strong. Very nice. And then flavorful ale for the brewery to make better brew for us. Okay, back to items. I am going to go ahead and buy all those rings. It's pretty expensive. But what are they? $32 a piece? Yeah, that's a lot of money. Is there anything else that would be urgent for us to buy? Probably not. If we could get some armor, that'd be great, but we're not likely to dabble in that anytime soon. I don't know if we're going to mess around with anything else. We do have just enough armor and weapons and everything at this point. I could buy one more piece of a paper so we could write 2 books later. I think this is probably as far as we're going to go. So we'll lose $373, or trade $373, and Ramble gained a level in trade. That's excellent. So we're looking at about 35 minutes or so for an episode. So let's do one more thing. We're going to talk about the Lamena here, who is a Tanea lord or lady who's arrived. She's well armored, well equipped. Mood is 87. She doesn't come with any books. Joy of foolishness. So she has the trait of mental impairment. So she's actually not able to gain skill as fast. She basically learns, has a constant positive mood, but learns skills slower. Monogamous. So if married, she's not going to cheat on her partner. And she's Tanean, which is not our culture. Production bonus for paperworks. Not particularly spectacular. Trade's a bit better than ours. Management of 9 wouldn't be harmful, but basically nothing else. An intellect of 2. So I'm going to let her go. I'm going to not hire her. We could... Oh, there's my timer telling me I have to be done. We could hire her for one purpose or another, but primarily what we want to do is find somebody who's going to have a high intellect and high teaching, perhaps, or some high trade, something that we don't have. so we can find possibly, you know, a partner or something to that effect. We do have the ability to find other lords and marry them if we want to. Moonlake is Varn, so but they're offering a peace treaty. They would like to conclude a peace treaty. They also want to trade some goods, so we can look at what their thing is. They will sell rye to us, and they'll buy flavorful ale, if, of course, we have those things. So the one on the left is the sell, the one on the right is the buy. We are going to pause it here for a minute. Some of the factions, or some of the locations, like Dust Valley and a couple others, Stardale and Dust Valley have iron, and that doesn't change. Even at the beginning of the game, you can't alter that. So, anyways, possible neighbors, possible friends. Treewood over here is a Caden, so I wouldn't mind having positive relations with them. I'm going to start by... let's start by sending a... our king off to do a flesh wolf hunt with their king. And hopefully that'll boost relations. It's already +5 for being Caden. And see if we can get our first trade route opened here with these guys. Possible long-term friends, or somebody that we'll annex and have as a an internal ally if we go aggressive. So we don't know which way we're going with that. Next episode, we're going to look into the into the skill training. But right now, I'm pretty sure there's not much particularly useful we can do. We're gonna have a rye field and get we need a library built, so we can't get into that until we have a library built. So that'll be it for today. Thanks everybody for joining me. Everybody in the town is headed off to bed. The merchant has left. They do that at midnight, and this lady will stick around for some time. We got our warriors and our peasants all flopped down on the ground. It's a terrible situation, but we'll deal with that later. Thanks, everybody, so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this first one. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Feel free to backseat all you'd like, although I probably won't jump to do everything I'm told to, but hopefully there'll be some useful hints down there. Keep it cool and fun, and looking forward to seeing you some more. So thanks, everybody. We'll see you in game.